Welcome to the 29th episode of the Creative Masterminds podcast.
29th.
You already know who you got in the house. You got Shawn Breeze in the house. You also got
Cas Thrive. What's happening?
Yes, sir, man. I don't know what's going on with me today. I am off, but we gonna do what we do. As you can see, we coming from a different angle with the camera.
Shot coming from the moon, from the satellite.
Right. That's funny. So yeah, you already know how our process goes. We talk about our week in review, what we did for the past week, and then we talk about a subject which is going to be, I'm not sure how to even talk about this or how even to name this subject.
Yeah.
For some reason, we'll call it sex magic, but it sounds crazy. But essentially, it's about being aware of your sexual energy, and then taking that energy and then channeling it into making it creative energy, so you can create dope stuff
and be productive. You know,
be very productive. This is very important. I don't think this topic is discussed enough about the importance of, like, I know for sure with men, we kind of get the stigma of like being like wild in the streets trying to conquer it as much as possible, but man, that is not really a good way to go about life. You need to be able to manage your energy appropriately so you can be, more effective and more productive in life in general. So
for sure,
before we hop into the subject, let's go ahead and talk about our week in review. Cas Thrive bailed me out from being all off this episode, but yeah, let's go.
We good, man. We came through. So last week what we do, we had the spring break.
Yes, sir.
So spent time with the family, got a lot of DJing in, practicing, doing some mixes and stuff, making beats. We're finishing up on the collab track that we have. We should be putting that out soon.
Yes, sir.
Got the Distro Kid, for putting stuff out.
Releasing.
All of that for releasing music and different content. So a real productive week, just getting things done. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's so awkward to look up with the sun. I mean, not the sun, the light just beaming at you.
Looking to the light.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, pretty much that was it, man. Just staying
That's
productive, keeping the mind growing and moving, trying to improve, staying in a successful lane and looking at the positive things in life.
Yes,
and,
sir. Yes, sir.
That's all. That's about it, dog. How about you?
For me, I did my usual routine, which is like work out a lot. So I did like 4 days of working out, I think. Yeah,
dope.
But anyway, I don't really think I did too much. I probably did like a bunch of rapping, I think, and worked on, kind of did like a little back and forth with the mixing for our track. But we're gonna go ahead and finalize the mix after this show right here.
We just two kings,
which is a pretty cool track. I love the track and everything. I've been working on my stuff, like my EP I'm working on, which is called I See Gray. That's the tentative title at this very moment, at least. And so, yeah, I've been like working on, rapping and beat making, and also getting my beat store up. My beat store is up actually right now. It's on Airbit. Well, scratch that. It is on Airbit, but go to ShawnBreeze.com. You can buy my beats there. I also worked on getting my beats out to more people and sending my beats out to get more sales in that area. And so I've been trying to branch that out more. And I've been meditating a lot, man. I met up with a good friend of mine, Jeezy. What's up, Jeezy? Homegirl of mine, and she kind of like, taught me back into getting into meditation more, and I kind of fell off from it. And so I've been meditating more, which has really helped me control my mind and my it's like creep over time. Yeah, that's hilarious.
Sound off.
Yeah. But I've been like, that has really helped me a lot for sure. So if you're a person who like mind just runs all the time and just a lot of things are going on, please practice meditation as much as possible. I didn't really realize how much I would allow my mind to run me until I started to meditate more. And I've been meditating damn near every day since we met up, which was like maybe last Saturday. So yeah, I've been meditating and keeping my mind on point, and so my anxiety has gone down a lot. I feel like I'm a lot more focused, and and I'm getting more things done for sure meditating. So, yeah, I've been doing that. And anything else? I think that's about it. Mainly, just constantly growing and educating myself and becoming better and better, and so I can live life. And
yeah, let me speak on that meditation though, man.
Ahead,
That's
please.
like
Please.
a great thing. And I say like prayer is, like talking to God, and meditation is like listening for like an answer and for guidance and stuff. So I think we need a combination of both, praying, like talking to God, like, hey, I need some help. I need an answer to this. And then meditation be like, what's he saying? And you sit there quiet and chill and serene, and all that. So that's just my take on it,
Absolutely. So. I absolutely agree with you on that one. Actually, before coming over, I did like a good, I guess it would be more so a meditation when I was like listening. I more so asked a question to God about something, and he gave me a clear direction. So I feel very good about that, which was, I felt the spirits tell me to always stay true to myself and be true to myself at all times, and stick with truth at all times. And so, which I believe is the best advice I can receive from the spirit. So
Most definitely.
For sure you have to listen and do that. Absolutely. So
100
subject. Sex magic. I'm still going with that.
And energize libido.
Yeah, something like that. But purpose is managing your sexual energy, and so you can utilize it in a constructive way. Because I think we live in a society that promotes promiscuity, and of course, when we were kids. When I was in my 20s, I was in those streets. Not really though. But you do your thing. You kind of live your life. You what's the word? What's the phrase? You sow your wild oats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But as I have grown and became more and more mature, I realized that that's not really a constructive way of living life, and a lot of times we can end up wasting a lot of time just trying to chase that energy, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
And I realized, I would say more so like maybe within the last few months, 6 months, whatever. I guess ever since I've been going into the gym, which is like a place for a man. Like you go to the gym, you see a lot of women in like a lot of tights, and if I didn't keep my head on straight, I would be kind of crazy. But I just learned from that period, just being in the gym and just seeing all these attractive women, and knowing that I can't really do anything about it because, of course, I got the ring.
Yeah.
And so I had to learn to take this energy that I would get and then harness it and then use it in a constructive way. Like, for instance, like I may see a super duper attractive lady and be like, oh, man, she's bad. Let me take this energy that I got from this surge right here, and then let me go spit some bars. Let me go write something. Let me go make some beats or whatever. And actually, this stuff, this concept is talked about in the book that we both read called The Weight of the Superior Man.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure some women may hate to hear this, and think that their guys do not get urges or don't see a very attractive females and be like, dang, okay. But that's not true. More than likely, that's not true. Not true for me anyway. I'll speak for myself. And so what has been a big help for me is like making sure that I take that energy and learn how to constructively manage that energy. And so
self-control, man.
Self-control. You do have to practice self-control and discipline with yourself in regards to that. I'm trying to figure out ways that can you think of like constructive ways that people can do this? Like, because I know it sounds pretty vague, like, oh, you see something or you see attractive or you see just attraction or this energy, whatever. But I'm trying to figure out a way to, I guess, simplify it more to get great understanding amongst the masses, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's the energy that the feminine and the masculine energy that we have, you know what I'm saying? So the masculine, a man that is masculine needs to be around the feminine energy that is the balance, you know what I'm saying? Yes. So of course, with your wife or your significant other, that's your home base and all that. But even when she goes out or when you go out or vice versa, however, you're around that opposite energy. Mm-hmm. You know, if she's feminine, she's going to be around other masculine energy and all that. And we need that, to to get creativity and other things, and then you come back home, and of course you could say what you experienced and all that. It's not meant for us to just stay at home and be around each other all the
Yeah,
time. You know
yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying?
true.
Then that's how you know. Divorces and all that type of crap happens. I
Yeah,
think
boredom and all that stuff, and
yeah, because you're not experiencing life and then coming back and telling what and sharing what you've experienced and all that. We need that variety and all that, not to cheat, not to hurt your loved one or anything like that, but to experience life and come back and experience different energies and use that to you know treat your significant other better, or however, just use that energy in a way that it is positive.
that is true. That is
Yeah.
true. Yeah, I like the fact that you said like treat your significant other better. I'm trying to figure out a way to tie that into something I was going to say. I can't even now. I lost the train of thought, but yeah, yeah, it's just very interesting. Kind of trying to figure out a way to like I guess provide more clarity as to
It's
the
how you can use
feelings.
it, how you can use it to like create like
Yeah, yeah. Like how can you take that energy that you gain from, because I guess you have to be super self aware of yourself and just know how you react to certain people. Like, yeah, so for me, I'm like a super duper aware person. And so it's like, yeah, when I see certain people at the gym, I'm like, okay, here she come, you know, okay, it's like, it's like this interesting thing where, yeah, I just feel like this energy surge and stuff like that. It's not like I get like it's not like I get aroused or anything like that. That doesn't occur. But you just get like this energy that it's just nothing else to really describe it better. But it's just like the energy source that just this pure attraction that you will see just being not only in the gym but also just in life in general when you're around different places and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure it happened to my wife where she sees some dude, they go like, oh, okay, all right, that dude is, But the thing is, what I'll say this: a lot of time, what for men, for me, I'll say for sure, and what of course deters me is like, it's not only the attraction. I guess it's like me giving up game at this very moment, but the attraction is never enough to sustain a relationship. That's the thing. That's the main thing that you need to know and be aware of. What I'm saying that's the one thing that I make sure that I always keep in the back of my mind to check, myself from even wanting to do any type of thing. So one thing, first thing for sure, attraction is not just gonna win your like not gonna make sure that your relationship is gonna be a successful relationship. And of course, like but with successful relationships also take other things like just compatibility, just your connection, just how you guys just work together and just grow together and just mature together and evolve together and all these different things that help make sure that you guys work together as a union. So but anyway, back to the point. Yeah, when you take this energy, we get these energy surges.
Yeah.
You just have to be, I guess, very masterful in like putting it in the proper perspective. Because I think I'll say for myself, yeah, there's like points in my point. I mean, points. I about to say porn, not porn. There's like points, of course, like parts like leading up to like us becoming officially married and everything. I go to the gym, I'm we're engaged at this moment. You see all these baddies up there. You're like, God damn, a lot of baddies up here. But you're like, oh, hope I don't slip. That type of thing, that mentality, that's like going on in the back of my mind. I'm keeping it 100% a buck. And so, but I had to just get to a certain point where like, bro, okay, all right, it's not like you're gonna smash these women. It's not like you're gonna. It's one thing for sure. Like, I shouldn't even be like thinking of women. In my opinion, I'm not. I don't feel like it's right for me to even just think as women. Like, all right, I'm just gonna smash that or like objectify women like that. I feel guilty and kind of dirty whenever I do that. But anyway. So at a certain point I had to realize and talk to myself that of course I'm not going to do anything with these women that I see, and I can look all day, but my actions is what really matters if I actually go and talk to them and stuff like that. But anyway,
But see, that's why you got to be like careful, like what you, because society and the things we see on TV, the music we listen to, it kind of programs us to want to do that, to think that's what. Because even back in high school, like if you weren't like getting close to Smash or whatever, then you were considered kind of like a loser amongst your friends. Like you know, that was the goal. You're not really coming into manhood if you're not knocking down as many of them as you can or whatever. You know what I'm saying? True. So
society does groom, I'll say
especially men.
Dudes. I'll say society does groom men to be out there in the streets promiscuous. But a lot of times, I can say for sure that when I was in the dating world, for sure, I would use the dating world really as a form of distraction from me going after my true purpose and what I really want to get out of my life. Like a lot of times, like we can speak facts upon facts about for a lot of times for me, like whenever I'll say conquer a woman. That sounds crazy too. Whenever you have relationships with a woman, like as a dude, it's really a lot of times you want to have like not just under your belt. It's really just an ego boost to make you feel better. And I know when I was in the streets, I would use women as a form of distraction from me doing my main thing, or from me doing what I should be doing, which is like me building like an empire. Like there was a lot of times in my life where I remember I was building up a blog, and it was getting like some good numbers, and like I think I reached like about 500,000 views on my blog and stuff like that. But then I end up having some hardship with the blog. Then I just turned to, let me go into these streets and get these women. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that you know, I did all that, you know, then using women as a distraction, that took me away from my purpose, or me building what I could have built like a blog a long time ago, which could have been super duper successful at this very moment. And so I just say that as a lesson to many guys out there, or people in general, like you know, always stay focused on what you got going, your task at hands, and learn how to properly manage your energy, and don't use like, you know, like serial dating or being promiscuous or being in different various relationships as a form of distraction from you going after your purpose. Especially
for the youngins, man. Yeah. Like,
I think
you know, they don't really tell us, like, cause think about it, the force that we have, the ability that we have is so powerful, and sex is so powerful that we can create another human being. We can create another consciousness. We can create another being with the act of sex. So we really don't, you can make a baby. No, you can create another consciousness, another being that could create something that changes the world,
or destroy.
Exactly, or be the negative or the positive, depending on how you treat that child or whatnot. So that power that comes with sex is huge, and the responsibility is so big that we don't really even understand it. You know what I'm saying? And they teach us to, or society's ways is, you know, to go out and experiment, do this as much as you can or whatever. Of course, we want to do that, but first, I think, you know, it is very important to find yourself first, and, you know, and then get with somebody where you're both are 100% a person. It shouldn't be 50-50, but it should be 100 meeting 100, 200 or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just as like a guideline, whatever. But it's super important because, like I said, you could create a whole nother consciousness, a whole nother being, and that the power in that is it's majestical. It's out of this. We can't even really fathom it. You know what I'm saying? And so that means that we are giving part of our life. So in, you know, I don't want to, the semen or whatever, that is, I look at that as like life force, life juice. Life
juice. That's funny.
Yeah, I want to be, you know, but if you think about it, I'm like, hey man, you gotta be careful about how you spill that or drop that. Because,
don't drop that water. Don't drop that. Yeah. Don't drop
because that's a lot, and it makes me wonder. I'm like, how tied in? How much is that tied into how long you live and all that? Ooh. Because that can create a whole nother person. That is super powerful. We really don't know to the extreme of, you know, of course we know, there's little tadpoles in there or whatever they
Yeah,
say,
yeah,
but
yeah.
no, how much of that am I gonna have? How much does God supply me to have with that? So you gotta be
yeah, God supply you with so much juice, man.
only so much juice.
That's funny. Yeah.
So that's just kind of where I'm at right now.
No, man,
with
that's
it, but-
100%, man. No, that's facts upon facts for sure. You do want to just be mindful of it, like who you're around, who you with. I guess you don't want. Yeah, I guess for me, I should not just pigeonhole it into like relationships or whatever. But in general, as a person, you want to be very strategic on how you use your sexual energy, on who you share your energy with, and who you want to be around, who you want to talk to about it. Because that energy is very important. That energy is a part of you that helps. I'll say within the energy is the ability for you to be a full-fledged genius. If you know how to manage that energy properly. Yeah. But if you do not know how to manage that energy properly, you will end up like a lot of people. I don't say a lot of people in the world, but people in the world who just be out there in the streets running around doing X, Y, and Z, trying to get different ego boosts. That's how I say it. Men and female.
But sure. I know exactly what you're talking about, man, because I don't know, it was like last week or something, I ran into something, it was along the same lines of what you're talking about, like Tesla. Mm-hmm. He gave up his relationships with women or whatever, sexual relationships, period, and he used that. I'm not saying, you got to do that or whatever, but just be mindful. But he created so many great things with electricity and all of these things and inventions, but he dedicated his life to that, to the inventions, to that, and he put family and put having a relationship with women or with the woman to the side, and used that energy he used that same energy, that drive to create and all that, and he created, like, he's one of the greatest creators and inventors known to man. And who was the other one?
Edison?
No, it was the black cat. That was there's rumors that he was castrated or whatever.
George Washington Carver.
Yes. So, and that he was was a slave before and was castrated and all that, but he created, like, with the peanut and so many other things. He didn't I don't know if he had the same energy or whatever, but he used that, energy towards and created great things. So we want to be mindful and, like you said, like what we're talking about, is use that energy to create and to for positive.
True. I'll say the most important thing for sure is you as a person having to be able to identify that energy and how that energy feels. Like those urges that you get, those waves of urges that you get whenever you see a baddie or you see a bad dude or whatever you want to say. I don't know. But whenever you get that energy, whatever, that's that energy that you get, that surge, can be used and transmuted into something where you can build something, create something with that. I just want to say that for sure. And not like, you just don't want to be a person who just act upon that energy all willy-nilly and just be free-willing with their energy, because you're giving your energy out way too much. Like Cass said, you might be giving out your life, honestly. That might be a real thing for real. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, man, for sure. That was a crazy ass subject.
But I got one more, because you said something that I was gonna ask. How do you feel like about arranged marriages? Because like before, like society.
That's interesting. Wow.
Yeah, because like society teaches us like, oh, okay, you want to meet love at first sight. You want to go out and find love on your own. You don't want to have like. Love is pretty much surface level. It's how you look at somebody and all that, but it's much deeper than that. I would say, for me, I don't think, before I did, I thought arranged marriages, I was like, man, nah, that's like crazy. But now I actually think that it's not a bad idea, because love, it's a process of growing. You can grow to love somebody, but,
you sound like 21 Savage right now.
Oh, well, he said something like that?
He said something like, he said basically he would rather have loyalty over love, because, basically what you said, like, you can live with somebody and then end up growing to love them, but your loyalty would stop a person from crossing you and doing harm to you. And like you can love somebody and be like, oh, I killed you because I love them or something like that. You hear that sometimes. But anyway, my bad. Go ahead.
No, it's good, but I think it's like, we a lot of relationships and a lot of they start from the appearance, like, oh, she's fine or he's or whatever. Y'all are attracted to each other, and those are the ones a lot of times that don't last because after that, there's nothing. They can't communicate well. They don't have good energy going back and forth. Like a good energy is where y'all on the same frequency. But when you're going like this, those type of relationships, when she's up here, you're down here, y'all can't get close together. A good relationship is when she's up here, you go up there and y'all come back down. You're up here, you're down here, y'all bring each other back down and y'all on the same
frequency.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
frequencies.
Going up and down, that's the issue. And I think that growing to love somebody where it's arranged, then they have to work at it and they grow to love. And those I have like a lot of Muslim friends. I won't say a lot, but I know a lot of Muslim people that are married and stuff. And those marriages and stuff last longer than the ones that people went out and they were attracted to somebody and they just went off or whatever. A lot of times, the arrangers. I'm not saying that should be you have to do that or whatever, but my whole thought process on it has changed. Like growing to love somebody, though, that's gonna last longer than people that grew to love each other than those who just loved each other on the surface level. They thought they loved them, they really liked them, they loved the sex or whatever. But
I said, like in this society, hopefully we got time. Yeah, okay. So in this society, I think the whole like when they meet each other and they then fall apart, or I think that occurs because a lot of time when people meet, it's just really their egos meeting, and
it's not the real them.
Yeah, it's not really not the real them. It's like the egos meeting, and then basically over time, their real selves start to show. I'm keep looking at the base of the not the camera, but over some time, the real them start to show, and then things fall apart because what they first initially saw, what they first initially were attracted to were each other's ego, imagery, their image of themselves and stuff like that. And like you said, it takes time to really peel back the layers of the ego or of the self image, whatever, to really get down to the crux of what the person is really about morally, spiritually, and all that. So I can definitely see your point. Yeah.
And are you gonna love them when them looks go? You know what I'm saying? When that butt drop a little bit lower or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So
it's funny because I always had that mentality. Of like that I need to love the person for the person and not their outer appearance, because one day, I know I can think very morbid, but I know that one day a person could just get into a wreck, and then what if the car catches on fire and then they get burned or whatever. So I need to make sure that I love that person for who that person is, not that person looks, because burns go down like, oh shoot, okay, she got burnt face now. All right, I don't know what to do. So I've been having that mentality. I don't want to say since I was a kid for sure, because I just knew that it's not worth it to just like love the outer appearance of somebody.
Right. Yeah, for sure, man.
But as a creator, you can't use that outer appearance of somebody as energy to create some stuff. Trust me. So that's why I love the gym, to work out and get some energy and then go create.
No doubt.
But anyway, hopefully wife won't get trippy about this, but we good. All right, so with that said, this has been the Creative Masterminds Podcast, the 29th episode of the Creative Masterminds Podcast.
Yeah.
What was the topic again? I had sex magic, but you said something else.
Sexual energy.
Mastering your sexual energy.
What was it? What the life juice?
Life juice. Yeah, life juice. Oh yeah, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. We really do appreciate it. Cass, give out your socials.
Yeah, you can catch me CAS_THRIVE on Instagram and the Boxing Bell. Shout out to Errol Spence with that win over Garcia. It was a great fight.
I didn't see it, but I heard. So you can find me, ShawnBreeze.com. That's where you can purchase my beats and also see my latest photography. Also, my photography is coming back. I posted a picture like this last week, like a street shot of Thailand. So I'm going to post more pictures on my Instagram and show my photography side more music production as well. And but yeah, ShawnBreeze.com, Shawn Breeze on Instagram, the Creative Masterminds on Instagram, and Facebook, SoundCloud, Shawn Breeze, Spotify too. Check me out. That's about it, really.
Yeah, next week will be the 30th, man.
30th episode, and that is the day that we will be dropping the track that we made, Just Two Kings.
Believe that, yeah.
Be on the lookout for that. We can't wait to drop that. We're going to finish that up right after this podcast right here. Anything else you want to say, Cass?
No, man. Y'all be blessed and stay productive out there, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. Use your energy wisely. Choose wisely, like J. Cole said.
All right.
Peace out. The Creative Master. Ha! Damn it. Peace out. Creative Masterminds. We gone.
I love it.
Oh, man. That was a hell of a show.
Right, yeah, that was...